Alright, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I recorded the first full portion of this. I've already made a beverage. But guess what? My recorder was not recording.
The reason why we are here, I am in my lounge. Hello, it is Saturday night. Would hate to know what time it is. This is my bougie hillbilly setup. I am somebody who loves coffee, that is obvious. But one thing that I don't really seem to dabble in much is coffee and booze as a mixture. Sometimes I do enjoy a nice espresso martini, especially if I go to Coco's. I will always get an espresso martini. I've never actually made one. Never made an espresso martini. I also really like white Russians, and that's something I make quite frequently, or I used to make frequently when I had dairy. But now that I'm a 32-year-old hag, I can't actually have dairy anymore. It really fucks me up. Literally makes me compulsively shit my pants. So I'm now drinking oat milk. Anyway, the purpose of today is I wanted to feel like I was on a vacation. I wanted to feel like I was in Hawaii, maybe having a white Russian or an espresso martini. You know how when you go on holiday and it's your first night there and you go down to the lobby bar and you sit by yourself and you feel like you're in a James Bond movie. Like you're wearing a gross Hawaiian shirt, but you may as well be wearing a backless dress.
We're having a cocktail party.
I've got a little bit of a spread here. I've got some cups. We're gonna be doing 4 different cocktails. So the first one is going to be a white Russian. Second one is going to be an espresso martini. I don't have an espresso machine, so I'm gonna be making espresso with the Aeropress. I've done this before. It's not the greatest, but like, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, Honda Civic going by, thank you. Thank you. I'm not a big drinker. I don't drink a lot. I drink a lot of caffeine. I drink a lot of coffee, a lot of matcha, but not really big on booze anymore. I used to be real boozy. But as I'm older, you know, I'm not really into the booze that much anymore. But I do enjoy a nice cocktail. So obviously the 2 stars of the show tonight are vodka and Kahlua. I'm using Tito's because it's American made in Austin, you know. What more could you want? You got a Texan vodka. Hell yeah, brother. So we've got Tito's and then obviously Kahlua. One thing that I discovered tonight that I did not know was that Kahlua doesn't seem to have a shelf life. I've actually got this bad boy right here. This has been opened and sitting in my liquor cabinet that, mind you, gets penetrated by sun every single day for about 1.5 years. Opened. Did I mention that? Yeah. So I wasn't sure if it was still going to be okay. Tasted it. Tasted sweet as pie. So good. Actually probably tastes a little bit better. So Kahlua, no shelf life. No, I'm a little bit drunk. No shelf life. It'll outlive you. Okay. First cocktail that we're going to do, white Russian. So I don't actually know if you shake this up, but I like shaking things. I like to shake my butt, everything. Anytime I make a coffee, iced coffee, I'm shaking it. I'm putting the shaker. So I'm going to shake it. All right, so we're doing 2 ounces of vodka, which is like, I don't know, 57-ish grams. Putting that, ooh, you know what I need to put in here? Ice. Don't worry. This ice has been in this Yeti for 3 hours and it's still frozen. We've got our ice, vodka, and we're gonna take the Kahlua. I'm gonna take the big boy that I opened up earlier. Whoop. And do about half, like 1 ounce of Kahlua. Chuck that in there, and I'm gonna mix her up. I would literally be such a douche as a bartender, so I can never do it. All right, I'm actually gonna grab, that's dead. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna get some fresh ice up in her. All right, that's a lot. Put it in there, just like that. And then I'm just gonna pour that over my ice. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Almost looks like a, what does that look like? That looks like a ginger ale, ginger beer. That's what I was thinking of. That is not ginger beer though. So, like I said, I'm not using cream. I don't feel like shitting my pants tonight, so I am using boring oat milk. This is my favorite oat milk, made in New Zealand. What more could you ask for? So I'm just gonna do a little splashy splash. That's like a glug, because the first one that I did that you all didn't see because I wasn't recording, I almost didn't do enough, so I'm just gonna do a little touch more maybe. And I don't have a stir stick, so I just have a little straw here. Give that a little stir. So the color of this looks like every girl's fucking Instagram though. Am I right? Like every single girl has 2 tones going on, and it's white, beige, and like a caramel brown. And that is this. That's good. That is good. That is a really fucking good. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of faking this reaction because I had the same reaction on my first one that y'all didn't see, but this is nice. This is very pleasant to drink. It's almost refreshing, and it kind of getting me in the mood for Christmas. Like I'm thinking, okay, I kind of want to add a little cinnamon, little nutmeg, maybe some ginger, some cloves. Maybe have like a cinnamon stick as a stir. Okay, that's Instagram worthy. Maybe even with eggnog. Eggnog would be really good. What is the traditional eggnog? I don't know, but this is yum. Cheers. Okay, moving on to the next beverage. Next, we are going to be making an espresso martini. So I have this little glass here. Again, I am not a bartender. I don't know if this is the correct glass, but I'm going to try to be as traditional as I possibly can. So we're making 2 traditional cocktails in a traditional way, slightly, using oat milk. Like I said, because we don't have an espresso machine here, I'm going to be making espresso with the Aeropress. I'm going to be doing maybe 20 grams of coffee, 60 grams of water, and it's just going to be a short, sharp, what's the word? Short, sharp extraction. So obviously it's not going to taste, you know, the greatest, but you got to work with what you got. I would love to have a little espresso machine here, but can't afford it because I spend all my money on camera gear. So I will be right back. I'm going to get that going. I'm going to go wash up my gear, get the water boiling, get my coffee ready, and I'll be right back. Where are my filters? Oh my God. You guys? Anybody help? Okay, sorry. Here I am. Hello. We have got our water boiled. Wow. What? I'm so confused right now. Let me just take another drink of this. God, that's good. That's freaking good. Okay, so now we're going to be making an espresso martini with the Aeropress. So I'm just going to show you guys, you know what I forgot? My scales. I need my scales. Well and truly, this is chaotic. What is that? There's dogs howling. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway. Can you hear those dogs? Like rabid dogs out there. Okay. I don't know what's happening, but we are going to take our Aeropress. You know what I don't have? Coffee. That's what I need. All right, so I've got some ground coffee here. It's ground for espresso. So I'm just going to first come in here and just kind of heat up my vessel. Heat that up there. This is boiling water, clearly. Wet our filter. Yep, perfect. Turn me on. All right, I don't actually have a little funnel, so we're just gonna do this as best as we can without spilling. Wow, like this is horrible. Hopefully this will be enough coffee. We want 20 grams, and we're going to tear that off, and I'm going to pour in 60 grams of water. Okay. And I'm just gonna give it a quick stirry stir. Again, this is not typically how you make espresso. We're just working with what we've got. All right, and then I'm gonna take my filter. You know what else I just realized that we don't have? A cup. Is this going to fit? No. And you just wanna press down. There we go. So now I'm going to pour that into the shot glass so you can see sort of what we're working with. Okay, so we just want to let that chill for a little bit. So while we're waiting for that to chill, that's delightful. Just gonna clean up my workspace because we always want to make sure that we have a clean work environment. While we're waiting for our espresso to chill, I thought it would be a great opportunity to talk about the espresso martini. The espresso martini is actually a beverage that has been around, or it hasn't been around for that long. It was actually invented in the early 80s. So the story goes that there was a model that walked into the bar that Dick was working at, And she said that she wanted a beverage that was going to wake her the fuck up. So he basically decided to combine coffee and vodka and named it the vodka espresso. So the original recipe actually included vodka, sugar syrup, and 2 types of coffee liqueur and freshly made espresso. So that's kind of, I guess, what differentiates the martini, the espresso martini, from the White Russian. Not only are we not dealing with milk, but we are just going straight up Kahlua, vodka, and real coffee. So this is going to be a bit more of a punch. Rumor has it that the model that walked in was Kate Moss. Do I believe that? I don't know. So the espresso martini is 1 part Kahlua, 1 part vodka, 1 part espresso, and 3 whole coffee beans on top as a garnish. Typically when I have an espresso martini, it's fucking delicious. It's chilled perfectly. It's got a nice little bit of froth to it. I don't think that's the scenario that we're gonna get here tonight, but damn it, will I try. So here we go, we've got our ice. 1 part, we just want it to kind of match the espresso. So 1 part Kahlua, 1 part vodka. That's all right, I came prepared. Look, she's still got her skirt on. The glugs, 1 part vodka, and then our espresso. So we're gonna shake that up for about 15 seconds. All right, so now for the true test. This is our espresso martini with the flattest bit of crema you've ever seen. I mean, there's something there. There's a little bit of something there. Cheers. It smells nice. I wish that I could sit here and say right now that that doesn't taste very nice, but that's actually quite pleasant. I mean, considering we made that with an Aeropress, like I'm not hating that. I mean, yes, this would 100% taste a lot better if it was made with real fresh espresso. Especially, I think the best part of an espresso martini is having that really fat layer of foam on top from shaking the espresso and from the crema, which obviously we aren't getting that here. But I mean, I would drink that. That's actually really nice. Like, that's actually nice. Let me give it another little. That is, okay, I'm just gonna keep saying that's nice, but that's good. Like, that's real good. That's making me want to go and like hunt for a good espresso martini throughout Auckland, because if I'm being 100% real, the only place I've had an espresso martini in Auckland has been from Coco's. Always a delight. Always love getting an espresso martini from Coco's, but like, where else should I go? So if I had to choose between, this obviously doesn't look that nice now, but if I had to choose between flavor, between our White Russian that is made with vodka, Kahlua, and oat milk, she's a little bit watered down now, versus the espresso martini. The espresso martini, like I'm really blown away right now. Oh my gosh. So here's the thing. I was going to plan on doing the same renditions but with matcha, but I just had to look at my battery life on the recorder and she's running really low. We've already had a gadget die on us tonight, so I think I'm gonna call it. But the next time we are gonna try these 2 beverages with matcha. Dirty matcha cocktail. Dirty matcha cocktail. Dirty matcha cocktail. Say that 10 times fast. That is all I have for you. I hope that you've enjoyed this chaotic beverage exploration event. I'm hoping we got some good stuff out of this. If anything, I have now discovered that I can make a pretty tasty espresso martini with an Aeropress. You don't need an espresso machine. All you need is some delicious vodka, Kahlua, and an Aeropress, and some coffee. And also the White Russian. The White Russian with oat milk, Hell yeah, that tasted delicious. I think it even tastes probably better than using cream. A little bit lighter on your stomach. You don't feel like you want to die afterwards. Just all around, coffee, thank God for you. So cheers to you. I hope you guys are staying caffeinated. I hope you are exploring coffee continuously. You know, I was thinking, even if you're not a coffee drinker, this would be a really good thing to experiment with tea. I really love Earl Grey, and I feel like Earl Grey as like a tea latte is quite nice. You could probably make a pretty decent White Russian with Earl Grey instead of coffee. Same thing with an espresso martini. Make an Earl Grey martini. Yeah, holy shit. Anyways, guys, that's cheers up for now. I need to get going because I would like to just die on the couch. We'll do a matcha one next time. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.